What's going on, folks? It is your boy. I'm back at you, podcasting up, videoing it up, just trying to build the audience as I go. You know, this is going to be a video in continuance to my podcast that I just released. Today is Monday, so Monday. But I'm coming to y'all today, folks, because there's just a few things that I want to touch on, and I just kind of want your feedback about it. You understand? Now, you know, in the world that we do live in, there's no such thing as somebody being. Of course, let's do it like this. Nobody's perfect, right? So everybody makes mistakes. Some people tend to put their foot in their mouth. You know, people do a lot of things that they themselves don't calculate as an issue. But, you know, some people do hold themselves accountable for what they've done. Some people actually, hold on one second. All right. I'm back, folks. I'm back, my bad. Had to turn something off. But nah, basically, you know, I'm just here to try to get my people to kind of just, you know, holler at me, talk to me, let me know what it is, because I generally try to lead myself on a very solid foundation. I don't tolerate a lot. And that's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. I don't tolerate nothing. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to. Nobody should have to tolerate anything. You know what I'm saying? And we kind of get ourselves in this whole bubble we create. You know, we look at what we do as just being like, that's our comfort zone. This is what I do, and that's just it. Nobody can tell you how to change it, because again, it's you, and at the end of the day, you're gonna go with what you feel is best for yourself. In which that's the, you know, the basic thing to do. Like, you should do that. But at the same time, constructive criticism, something that I wasn't open to back in the day. Now I'm like all ears. Like, tell me what it is. You understand? Like, I want to know. Like, if it's something I'm doing wrong, please can connect with me and tell me, like, yo, bro, I think if you do it this way, you might get a better. All right, okay, you know what? I can value that. I can definitely value that. And you know, I'm not gonna say I'm hard on myself. I'm hard on my kids, but it's like a 50-50. Okay, and I think when we get comfortable in our comfort zone, we tend to do the bare minimum. So that's what my podcast was about, that I recorded just this past Monday. Well, Sunday. I'm sorry, guys. My mistake. Let me correct that. We always tend to do the bare minimum, and then when we kind of look at like the outcome, or if we just kind of look at the basis of it all, we're just comfortable. Like, you know what? I did what I had to do, and that's just it. Like, some people will be like, yo, I'm not giving 100%. I'm giving 75. I'm giving 65. Whatever the case may be, that's what you're comfortable with. And to tie that into life, people get comfortable with how things are because nobody has never challenged them to do something different, or just because they are just like stuck with how they have things, and that's just it. Like, they don't really care, like, you feel me, what happens after the fact. Well, I'm here to tell y'all this, okay? As a race, you know, as you can clearly see, I'm a black man, Muslim, you know, and as a race of people that are deemed as lazy, you know, it is time for us to change our narrative. Now, my people are far from lazy, let me tell you that. Far from lazy. You got some hardworking sisters out here. You got some hardworking brothers out here. You got some hardworking children out here. Let's never get it twisted that we are a lazy race. But in the eyes of other people, we are deemed that. And unfortunately, while I myself don't really care what a person sees, because I know what I feel, it doesn't matter to me, you know. But for all my people out there that are listening, I just want to motivate y'all to do this, right? I really want y'all to, you know, when you're out there doing your bare minimum, I want you to think about it. Who are you affecting? Are you affecting who you're working for? Are you affecting whomever else? Are you truly, you're truly, I should say, you are truly affecting yourself? Because when you're not giving your 100%, you're gonna pretty much get what you put into it. I mean, just keep it in 100. Like, that's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? And like with my kids, I challenge them. And I know sometimes they probably be like, Daddy, like, man, go ahead, old head. Like, they ain't trying to hear what I'm talking about. But I challenge them. Any chance I get, I challenge them. And I tell them, like, look, this is what we're going to do. Like, this is how we're going to operate. And they should want to operate that way moving forward as they get older, so on and so forth, right? Like, you should want to, let's build. Let's build. And then we can talk later. While we building, while I'm building, then we can talk later. Like, both of my kids have YouTube pages, and they're constructive in their own creative way. Now you gotta let your kids be creative. You gotta let them do, as long as it's within the guidelines of what you got going on. Then come on, man. Let's create different lanes. If we can get something out of, if we can get something out of this, get your word out. Get comfortable with, helping one another and just spreading it, just spreading it as it goes, man, then you shouldn't have no big issues, right? I mean, I would seem to think so, and wow, I'm growing, my podcast is growing. I'm loving it. I enjoy it. No, am I getting paid for it? No, I'm not. And it's probably a cent, if anything, but I still love what I do. I love that I can speak about my life. I can speak about my faults, my low points, and I don't care if a person looks at me like, damn, bro, like, you went through all of that. Like, yeah, life will throw some punches at you, and it'll have you in a position to where it's either you're gonna sit there and crawl up in the corner, or you're gonna get up and you're gonna make it do what it do. And I did a little bit of both, because I got up in that corner and I was just like, man, I can't sit here. You can't really sit there for a long period of time, especially if you're an active person and you just got that creative energy. You're gonna want to create. You're gonna want to, you know what? I can do something with this. I can possibly take my weakness and my low points, and I can motivate the next person to do this or to do that. And it's just that easy. It's just that easy, man. But it's hard if you don't want to do it. People can tell you all day, man, go ahead and do it. All right, I'm gonna do it. You gotta really want it. It's like, how bad do you really want to work for yourself? Or how bad is it that you really want your kids to go to college? How bad is it that you yourself want to go to college? I mean, start putting back into yourself, man. Because as you put back into yourself, then your kids will start feeling like, okay, Daddy went through this, but I know that Daddy, I tell my kids, I tell them what I've been through, and I tell them that, I look where it brought me. You understand what I'm saying? Look what it's done for me. So at the end of the day, people out there in the YouTube land, stop playing around. Stop shorting yourself. Stop half-assing and get down to business. That's all I'm saying. My people, we working. We got lawyers, doctors, people out here with their PhDs. I mean, engineers, judges, police officers. I mean, as much as wherever we can get out. But one thing I don't want you to lose track of is who you are. Who you are. Back in the, I like to liken myself to a historian. And back in maybe like the 70s, maybe like the later 60s, maybe early 70s, into the 70s rather, my people actually worked together. We worked together. We stayed together. We stood for one another, right? And I want to get back to that. I really want to get back to that. And I think we are. I think we're slowly but surely getting back to that. I think after years, hundreds and hundreds of years of brainwashing, we are slowly getting back to who we really and truly are. Never were slaves. So let's cut that out. Unfortunately, it's a part of our history, but we weren't put in this world to be slaves. Nobody in this world to be put on this world to be a servant of anybody but God. That's the first and foremost thing. All praises due to Allah. You know, and that is really what a Muslim is, a servant of Allah. I think, if I'm not mistaken. That's what Islam means, peace. But just coming in a peaceful manner. Like I said, this is just really a free, open discussion, and just me just kind of voicing my opinion out there, and just letting my people know that it's okay to fall, it's okay to scrape your knee a little bit, but we do have things we call band-aids, and you can't put the band-aids on, and it's no need to. I'm gonna say, like, with me, I ain't never really cared for band-aids because I wanted to show my blemish. I wanted to show the effects of how I fell, and I this is my cut. You know what I'm saying? So in life, it's like I failed, and I got my little cuts and bruises. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't cover them up. I just let them. I self-healed, and I got back to business. You know what I mean? While most don't, some do. And I just can't be a person to sit down. Even if I could sit here and say, if I lost it all, I'm going to get it right back. And the reason why I can say that is because I have lost it all. And through the graces of God, I got it back. And it's in the good people I had around me. And it's just like, another thing with that is, like, in the course of my life, I've lost a lot of friends, a lot of family members, to the one thing that I can't get them back from. And that's death. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like to speak about it, but I just want to let people know, at the end of the day, people are going to be with you. Some people are not. I've lost people I would never get back. I've enjoyed the time with them, but I would never get it back. Because I don't know what happens after you leave here. I don't have the answers for that. But, the good people that you got around you, keep them close. The ones that are not good, let them go. Simple as that. It's just, in due time heals wounds. And if it's a person that you generally love and you ride or die, time will heal that up, and you'll get back to it like you never left. But in most cases, if you have toxic people around you, they gotta go. And like I said, it's not nothing I'm dealing with right now. I don't feel like I've had, nor do I have, toxic people around me at this moment, unless they hiding something from me. But nobody's perfect, right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, this is just really just an introductory to a series of things I'm doing. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself, as should anybody that has been through the shit that I've been through, and somehow rose from the ground. Didn't just stay there and just let it be what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? And the thing I'm preaching on my podcast is, please, people, take your. I took my weakest moment and I turned it into something positive. Anybody can do that. Find something in that situation that drove you to get to where you're at, and you just like, man, you know what? I made it. Give all things due to God, but take some for yourself. I made it. I did. You could say, God, please get me out of this, right? And God could be like, okay, I just need you to get up and walk. Like, that's it. And some people don't want to do that. Some people actually don't want to get up and walk. Like, they just want it to be done for them with, nah, you got to get up and walk, man. You got to get up and walk. You got to motivate yourself too. Because if you're praying, if you're praying, then you got to be able to get up and do what you really got to go out there and get what you're asking for. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, man, my little brothers, my little sisters out there, if you're going through it, if you're dealing with life and life just kind of is a little difficult for you, feel free to just talk to somebody, man. Talk to anybody. Don't hold nothing in. It will eat you from the inside out. My little brothers and my little sisters out there, out in this world, man. The liquor, the weed, the perks, the syrup and all that shit is not going to do nothing. It's not going to cure anything. It's just going to hide the pain temporarily. But once you come down off that high, that pain's still going to be there. It's still going to be there. You understand what I'm saying? And we got to learn how to deal with our pain while being internal. We got to learn how to address it and don't be scared to talk to somebody about it. Don't be scared to go and speak to a friend, a caring friend, not somebody that's going to judge you. Speak to a parent, speak to a teacher, speak to anybody that you trust. You know what I'm saying? That you trust, and that is not gonna look at you any different because you're dealing with something, no matter what it is. This is a life that we are supposed to be living. Don't live in fear. Be who you are. Be who God truly sent you to be. And like I said, if there's any issues, we have to start being able to guide our children and our brothers and sisters, because we are here. We are each other. We are here for each other. I have a good friend of mine, Chinese cat, man, and I don't like to compare the races, but when there's something going on, I just tend to see how people interact and how they allow somebody that's being affected by something, and they just all connect and try to do for that person, even if it's family or not. So I want to practice on it. If it's a person I don't even know you, but we just got a connection. You might be going through something. I might could talk to you about something that may help save your life. You know what I'm saying? So it's just all self-improvement, self-love. Stop spreading the self-hate, man. Stop looking into these rappers for sake of they all damaged they damn self. And just stop looking for these individuals to save us, because they don't know themselves. If a person that doesn't know him or herself, how could you expect for them to speak out about certain things that we're going through as a race, as a people, or just in general? Like the great Tupac said, man, sit down and really listen to their lyrics. Really sit down and ask yourself, are they keeping it real? For real. That's real. That's real talk. And then once you apply that, right? Even with me talking to y'all right now, once you apply that, then ask yourself if you really want to consistently supporting this individual, either by putting your hard-earned money, by purchasing their music, or going to their shows. Support the real. Support the my songs, like brother that's really going out there and spreading that word, and that's authentic, man. Support the authentic, man. All that other goofy stuff, let it go, man. That shit is trash. Support the real, man. It's a lot of real guys out here, a lot of real females, solid females out here. Let me tell you, bro. Solid sisters and some solid brothers, man. And start teaching yourself, man. It shouldn't be no reason why we up in age and people can't tell the difference between a country and a continent. It's no reason why we don't know our history. You should at least know something about yourself. Something. Appreciate who you truly are. And if it's anything that I could do, I'm here. I'm a motivational diamond within myself. And the videos will come. Podcast is still coming, baby. Book, I'm just about done. Just in case people think this little book right here got a little bit in here. I'm almost done with it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully somebody will be able to, you know what I'm saying, look me out. Got another one in here too. I'm writing, baby. It's right here. And, you know, when I'm done with homework, I let that pen talk, man. I let that pen talk and I get to it. I get to business. So it's never too late to live out your dream. It's never too late to be who you truly need to be. And it's never too late to love who you want to love. Unless unless they married to something, you know, whatever the case may be. But you understand where I'm going. Like it's never too late, man. You know, never too late. And you know, I feel that, you know, in due time, things will work it will work itself out. You know. This ends my video. Of course, like I said, there will be a lot more, but it's just a start. You know, I got a couple videos on the page. If you can, please leave a comment, some feedback, and we could trade thoughts, trade whatever the case may be. WIlliam Rutledge is the Instagram page. Self-Made Mentor is the Facebook. You know, I'm all around Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You could Google me, pull me up and listen, man. That's all I want. I just want your ear. Just want your ear for a couple minutes, and I promise you'll really dig what I'm saying. You know. Also on Audio Boom for the, you know, if you don't got any of those, you can go on Audio Boom and pull me up, and you know, support the real. That's all I'm saying, is support the real. You know what I mean? And I feel like at the end of the day, as I continue to talk and have these open discussions, you know, maybe somebody might hear something. And like I said, I'm always open for constructive criticism. Let me know, talk to me, and build. Let's build. You know what I'm saying? Let's really build, and let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? But this is the WIlliam Rutledge. I would like to say the WIlliam Rutledge podcast, but it's not a podcast. So I'm gonna say the you know what? Let's call it the WIlliam Rutledge Discussion. I'm gonna do that. Big beard. But yeah, man. Like, you know, let's build, man. Support the real, bro. Peace.